Hello and welcome to my channel. For those of you who are returning subscribers, welcome back. For those of you who are new here, hello, my name is Kelly. I have been on another YouTube sabbatical. I have a very interesting relationship with YouTube. I both deeply love it and grow from showing up and creating in this space, and I don't consciously take them. It feels like I'm kind of unconsciously compelled to take them, but I do take breaks from this space. And I have a really interesting relationship with showing up and expressing because I have been in quite wildly fascinating years of my life where sometimes I feel like I'm changing at rapid speed and transforming and evolving and growing at rapid speed. And when I'm in those states and spaces, sometimes it's really natural to show up and to want to express and to want to talk about it. And sometimes it's really natural to pull it all in and reassess and be intentional about how I'm showing up on this platform. So, that being said, this channel started, maybe some of you know if you've been here since the OG days, please let me know in the comments. I want to send you all my favorite emojis. I originally launched this channel when the stars aligned because I was coming out to the world as an entrepreneur in the field of esoteric systems and studies to support people to really live their authentic, true, soulful expression. So human design, Mayan astrology, and astrology, those are like my my tools of the trade that I have wielded and sharpened and practiced with and worked with extensively over the last 8 years now total, different time spans for each of those modalities. And I've gone through a lot of evolutions and growth myself, as we do as living, breathing criaturas. And a huge part of how I incorporate those modalities that I kind of came out to the world as a guide or teacher or mentor within, how they've evolved now is I'm much more passionate about the somatic experience. So helping people really embody these tools on a daily, practical, integrated, like somatic level. How do you live your design? Sometimes I'm less curious about talking about design than seeing it alive in someone's eyes or in their craft or their vocation or their relationship dynamics or their sexual preferences, like really seeing how it inundates and integrates through our living, breathing reality in the most important areas of our life. And that's where I really come alive, like sort of jumping as I was talking about it. That's where I come alive within these modalities. So I'm still working with clients on these things. I still have my readings. I still have long-term mentorship containers that I'm doing recurringly with people. And a huge component of my work is with women. I work a lot with women. I call it womanly arts. So this is everything from erotic reclamation to menstrual syncing to cyclical living to healing body shame and suppressed energy and power through reclaiming our sovereignty in a way that still allows us to be deeply in love with life and our beloved or whatever your relationship choice is. I work a lot with women, and that feels like Dharma. That feels like Dharma. I also haven't done videos in so long, so if I'm a bit awkward and like choppy, it's because I have not sat in front of a camera and spoken for, I'm gonna say months because it has been months, but honestly it hasn't been consistent, my sharing and creating, in probably about 2 years. I've been in a really wild, fascinating, beautiful metamorphic process, and I'm here for it. Don't get me wrong, I'm here for it, but as I was saying, it's showing up in those spaces can be really interesting when life feels quite lucid. It's like I don't need to talk. I don't need to talk about these things. I'm just in life and I'm being in my life. And I also know that this platform is so powerful and I've made so many amazing connections all over the world through it. And it's really good for me to express and share and speak, and it's really healthy for me and a huge part of like my design and my highest expression. So anywho, I'm just giving a bit of an update because I have been on a journey and the journey never ends, but I am excited to start being more expressive within that journey and speaking up and expressing and finding how how life wants to move through me now within this platform. So this is a space where you can definitely learn about all the fun things within the esoteric realms, within the witchy realms, within the self-awareness realms, within the somatic realms, within the embodiment realms, within creativity realms, within the real realms. I don't sugarcoat things, and if I just kind of openly share, something that I've come to a lot of peace with over the last few years is owning a certain capacity for grit, a certain capacity to face things head on, a certain capacity to speak things as I feel them and speak it as it is. I think, for a lot of my life, maybe from definitely from childhood conditioning, childhood experiences, but also just from like having pretty high levels of empathy and psychic attunement to my surroundings and the people around me, I think I would not say the way things I really wanted to say them or what I really felt because I thought it would be too much or I thought I would hurt people. And what I've learned over the years is that when I speak from my heart and my gut with the full intent of what I mean, and checking in with myself first, like, what is this in service to? Is this in service to love? Is this in service to truth? Then it's only ever going to do good, even if that good means it causes a little bit of turbulence. And in the end, it's for the best because it's what's real and it's what's honest. So I'm honestly really excited to let that come through in these videos. And I have no specific designated direction. More or less, there will be a lot of what I've already been covering here because I do love all of these modalities, these tools for self-awareness, for relational awareness, for embodied awareness, somatic awareness, and who knows what we're going to do here. But I wanted to come on, share this little intro video as I'm making my way back into the space, and thank you for being here. And it just feels good for me more than anything. I know it's kind of like a random video. It feels good for me to just break the ice, break the silence with some authentic, awkward, coming back out sharing, and to make space for what's to come. And we're all on our journeys, right? I'm sure you all have been going through your own things, and it's amazing times to be alive and simultaneously really challenging. Not challenging in the sense, I don't think it's necessarily challenge like everything's so hard. I think that's more of a state of mind, but there's a certain lucidity I'm feeling more and more in our collective. Also, Saturn has shifted into Pisces. There's more of a focus now going on to the material, less on the material realm, which is what we moved out of with Saturn, and more in the spiritual realms, the energetic realms, the realms of sensitivity and lucidity and psychedelic states that can happen when you're totally sober. Like, things are getting a little malleable, and that can be great because it can support us into remembering, and I don't love this word, but like awakening, and it can make way for a lot of delusion and distortion and like false prophets. So it's a really important time to find our center, to know what gives us energy, to know what truth feels like in our body, not just conceptually in our mind, to know what it feels like in our body. And I think more and more I'm finding that there's a few core themes. When you track things long enough, you're like, oh, what am I actually doing on this planet? And it's like, oh, I see some themes. One is I'm definitely here to be an advocate and catalyst for like radical authenticity and self-expression and healthy individuation, which I've learned through beautiful experiences and also through challenging the fuck out of people who were maybe like challenged by that. And also feeling truth in the body, not outsourcing our beliefs onto other people, not outsourcing our worth onto other people, not outsourcing anything in terms of trying to know what's like really right for us on a soul level, but learning how to really listen to truth from your body, learning how to feel truth in your body, learning how to be this sentient, radiant, empathic, compassionate, loving, yet like clear vessel to discern. And a lot of that you know, and there's so much more I have to learn, and there's so many more ways I will continue to grow. But those have been some really big growth edges that I'm pretty excited about. I'm pretty proud of myself for, and I feel a little nervous saying that because I feel like it makes me sound cocky, but it's been a ride, fam. It's been a ride. So that's what you can find here: truth, beauty, authenticity, empowerment, compassion, art, reclamation, and we'll see where the journey takes us. But it's great to be back on here, and thanks for watching this video if you watched the whole 11 minutes, and I'll see you on the next one.